The lighting is pretty shitty. It is currently 12:18, May 12th, 2019. First of all, I don't even know what the title of this video is gonna be. I just know I'm gonna be venting. I'm tired of being quiet. In the sense of like, if you're my age, I'm 23, trying to figure things out, because that's literally what this time is and that's what it should be for, but for some reason you get put in predicaments where everything else becomes the priority as opposed to getting a chance to figure out our life. I'm gonna be venting. This video is meant for therapeutic purposes only. Like, if you're my family, if you have helped me in any way in my life, please do not message me. I have no other outlet. I always thought, like, when I would watch YouTubers go through this transition of losing all your friends, losing all your family, and not everybody goes through it that way, but that's just how it's unraveling. For me, it seems it's getting more and more difficult to make these decisions of me or you. And you would think it would get easier, because I thought being selfish should be like easy. It shouldn't be so hard for me to be like, Corey, you need to do this for yourself. But for whatever reason, your family, we're gonna get to that in a second. What is family? What does that even mean? What categorizes as family? Put a pin in that. Because of your own personal opinions about yourself, low self-esteem, low, you know, all those sorts of things. It got to a point where I call it, I removed myself from the equation so that people could stop pointing the finger when you have certain personality quirks. You're too loud, you're too outspoken, you have this. I did the adverse of that. I completely changed who I was as a person. A lot of it was for the better for me to become more mature, for me to just experience that growth. But then, I guess you could say, once I came back, more enlightened, more self-aware, oh, y'all is trying it. Y'all really forgot who I was. I remember that part of me, because I knew that all those negative things, the things that people try to put negative connotations on, I knew that they weren't bad. I knew me being loud and outspoken is a part of me and my personality. Now, did I need to learn how to structure them and hone in on them? Yes, but why is it that your family would rather just stand back and criticize and critique every move that you make and every decision that you make, even though it's all a learning, growing process anyway? Truthfully and honestly, where I'm at mentally of the experiences that I've dealt with, like, there's just not a whole lot you can say to convince me. Where do I even start? Like, what to like... I guess since I kept bringing up family, let's just talk about family. So I need people to understand that there's a difference between helping someone in the ways that would best benefit them to get to the goals and the aspirations and the things that they aspire to do, and then you helping them in your own right, in your own way of how you feel like they could get to that even better or faster. If it's my life, it's like you have your life and you've made whatever decisions necessary in order for you to get to the places and the things that you wanted to have. You should have that same type of consideration with me. If I want to go to clown school, I'm doing all these things. Like, I've went out and learned how to do a unicycle. I learned how to juggle. I'm learning all the elements that are just gonna make me the best clown. And then I tell you, hey, I have my first clown show coming up. Like, this could be like the thing that I've been putting all this energy, effort, and time, and this is what I want to do. Well, I just feel like you should have just been a scientist. The clown thing, I don't see it. This is where the disconnect happens, because on my end as a child, this was when I was a child, you don't have a say. You don't. He's not in my household. In my household, you didn't have a say. Like, you don't pay no bills. You don't have an opinion, basically. People are gonna, that's why I didn't want to make this video. This is why, because when I start to use this terminology, when you start throwing words around like selfish, accountability, responsibility, when you start throwing around the truth, everybody's panties get up in a bunch. They're looking at me like I'm the bad guy, when in actuality, I'm just pointing out the things that you refuse to acknowledge. So why is that such a bad thing? You won't support driving me to open space where I can practice my unicycling. I'll bring it up to speed a little bit. When I was younger, I was obsessed with like wanting to go on auditions, be just on the move. I didn't know exactly, I just knew performance. I just knew I wanted to be in front of an audience. I wanted to be in front of people doing some type of something. I would just hear stories about kids and their parents parents quitting their job and they dropped everything just so that their child could have this one dream. They saw it as like they were passionate about it, so they put time into it. Okay, so we're back. My camera was full, so it got off. Basically, guys, I'm just alone. Like, that's just basically what it comes down to. I'm just by myself. Like, I mean, like I said, I have a partner, but as far as like-minded individuals that are just tired of the bullshit, I'm tired of it. Being fake, like, just playing the game. All of that. Who has time? Now that I'm at the level of just like, not to be all like, I'm just so much more self-aware than everyone, because it really has nothing to do with that. But the simple fact is, when you know better, you do better. And when you know, you just know. What else is there to say? I don't really associate with a lot of people, including family members, including people who probably feel entitled to have your attention and your time. You're not entitled to anything, because when have you ever shown care in anything that I do or I show care in? That's why this whole family talk. How could you not talk to your family? But we're family and you're supposed to be family. What about family? Like that? What do you mean? How can you not? Because when something is toxic, I've been doing this new thing. I suffer from anxiety, so I've been doing this new thing. You basically have to, you blow a bubble around yourself, like a healing bubble. I'm big on energies and feeling people's energy. And when you feel somebody's negativity, just like, it just boop, bounce right off the bubble back onto you, because you're not bringing that to me. That's just the mindset that I have in life. People don't exercise this way of thinking enough, so they start to think that caring about what everybody else thinks is normal. That's just not normal. So the whole family thing, let's let that go, because if it held that much, first of all, words only mean what they mean to certain people. Like, everybody got different versions of what certain things mean to them. Family, to me, you care about that person and their being. You care about them, the way that they think, the way that they process information. You care about all of that. You care about them. So if you start to see that this person is going through some type of growth or some type of moment where they need to just be in their own thought, you care. Like, you would be like, yes, do that. You get better for yourself so that when you come back, you'll be a better version of yourself. If I had to go by myself, that obviously means that I was going through a lot internally that I needed to deal with in order to be able to deal with other people, especially because I take on other people's emotions. So when people feel certain stuff, even if it's not about me, even if it has nothing to do with me, I'm still gonna feel like it's about me. I'm gonna feel like I did something for this to cause this or this to happen. Those are the types of things that I took time with myself to grow to understand, and why that's not healthy. Was I out of focus that whole time? It's already bad enough this shadow is casted over me, because maybe if I put my hair back, I better, whatever. Anyway, this video basically a message to my fellow millennials, young entrepreneurs. This is for you guys, because I'm at that moment. It's lonely. It sucks. Like, I don't have any friends. It's by choice. Like, it's actually more difficult accepting the fact that, like, nobody else really is on the same wavelength as you at this present moment, so you're forced to just be by yourself. That's hard. But then on the flip side, I would not want to just be giving all of my time, energy, space, effort to not random, but to people like that just don't really care. If you go to them with a genuine problem, maybe some other of you guys' families are just a little bit more supportive. Maybe you just have a different experience, a different outlook. But over here, sorry, I'm thirsty. This topic just gets so misconstrued, and people just like to take their own closed-minded, distorted thought processes, throw that onto other people, and it's just like, that's not what happened. That's not what it is. That's not it. If you feel like you have nobody, or if you feel like you don't have, you know, a support system, people around you that just are like gung-ho, first of all, get over it, because probably, like, not to say you won't ever, but your biggest supporter is gonna be yourself. Your biggest cheerleader is you. So that's why I'm like, I'm not in here crying because I'm lonely, but it's just like, damn, y'all really think this way? I don't think it's okay. That's why I don't. No, like, we don't fuck with that. I don't with none of that. So if you feel like I ghosted, I don't come around, I used to go to church, if you cared about a person, you would care about the person. You would be there with the person. You would be in the mix of what, so all of that is just talk. That's my point. All of that, you trying to validate yourself and feel better about yourself, in actuality, it has nothing to do with me. So, like, let's get it together, please, people. Like, you guys gotta do better. Y'all have to do way, way better, because the simple fact is, this could all be done. Y'all still gonna have this closed-minded ass thought process. I'm trying to make this as that's why I'm not really getting too deep into like detail of situations and all that, because I'm really not trying to get into all that. Truthfully, the details at this stage don't matter, because the overview, like the overall lesson in it all, in my situation at least, is people don't care. They'll say that they care, no matter what it's painted as, family, a friend, my bestie, my what, no matter what it's painted as, if a person doesn't care about you, you will know. They'll show you how they don't care. All in what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to not. And I personally don't accept that from nobody in my family. Even my mom and my mom are just on such right now, and I'm not even trying to be funny, like that's why I'm not trying to go all into detail, but it's just, if a cared, if people care, they would care. I wouldn't have to, like, I wouldn't be going to these links trying to feel like I need to be heard. Or so maybe, leave it in the comments. Leave it down below. If you come from a very supportive family, if they not let you do anything, but if they let you live your life in a way that is not harmful to other people, not out murdering little kittens, not blowing up. I try to live a very productive life. That's why I work with kids. Something other than just here and just existing. And I feel like everybody around me, that's all that they're trying to do, exist and be here. And because I'm trying to do something different, and I'm doing it different, and it looks a lot different, and people looking at me like I'm different, so that causes like a problem, and I can't take on that burden, and I'm not going to. Like, I still am me. Like, you do you. Just be you. Don't care about what they have to say. I know that sounds so, it sounds cliche. It sounds so cliche, especially coming from me, because I hate cliche. Like, I hate cliche. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Like, I hate the idea of it, but it's so true. Please do not let these people, I've allowed so much, as an artist, I've allowed so much art to just be like, not wasted. I can still go and just start creating and producing and whatever, but you let so much just like, until you feel like this big, literally like the smallest dot on the face of the planet. Then the people around you saying that they care about you the most are the ones telling you that, yeah, you are that little dot and to stay that little dot. Well, time to jet. I don't want this video to be too long, but I did want to shed some light. I'm also yelling, so probably go to bed. Guys, just keep doing you. Don't let anybody stray you from your goals, your aspirations, your dreams. I'm a young entrepreneur, and it's gonna be that way. If you can't get used to that, then I'll see you, or maybe not, at the top. It's just that simple. Thank you guys if you made it to the end of this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.